What's the number one reason you think couples might try the sex challenge?
To get laid more?
My answer to that question is there's a lot you can learn about yourselves from it.
That too, definitely.
In addition to getting laid more often,
Yes.
what is it that you enjoy about the sex challenge?
There are a variety of reasons. One is that it's a physical activity, which we both enjoy. We are also competitive. I know I'm competitive.
As an athlete.
As an athlete, right. So I'm talking more about the athletic aspect. It's reassuring to know that we still got it. We can still do this, even though it was, was it a couple years ago that we did the last one and maybe a couple before that? It's nice to have something that we're doing together every day. I mean, we do most of the stuff every day together anyway, but it's like this one is on the calendar, right?
That's funny. I have been learning a lot about myself this time around.
Tell me.
I'm up against something I have never encountered before. It's always been very easy for me to orgasm. I know that this isn't the case for a lot of women, but it always has been easy for me. Somehow the combination of having sex every day and playing up against that edge of expectation and aging, suddenly it isn't quite as easy. First, I found myself thinking,
have I lost my mojo?
Mojo. Oh, is he going to think I'm taking too long? Is with me? What's happening with her? I can see how the cultural conditioning is coming in through the back door of stuff that I've never thought about in my life and that a lot of women have thought about a lot in their lives.
Yeah.
And the wonderful thing that we came to in our discussions about this is that take as long as you want, baby.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
I think sometimes we forget that there is enormous amount of pleasure to be had between the start of any sexual experience and an orgasm. Right now, it's not always there, but it's available, right? In most cases. So you don't have to just focus on the orgasm like, oh, if we don't have the orgasm, it's no good. No, have all the pleasure. And if possible, have the orgasm as well.
Exactly.
But if you don't have the orgasm, it's not a big deal. We need to focus more on what overall pleasure can we derive from a sexual experience.
Mm-hmm. When we did our first one, we said there had to be 2 orgasms that counted. Mm-hmm. And our second time around, 2 years later, we said 1 orgasm's enough. And this time, after having that conversation, we're like, no, we will count it when we feel like we've gotten sexual pleasure out of our experience together.
That's right.
Which made it much more relaxing and wow. There have been some mind-blowing, body-blowing orgasms that came out of this experience.
Once we took the pressure off?
Yes.
Here's one more thing we're taking away from this sex challenge. It seems like just after a few days, and we were talking about the possibility of maybe it getting routine or challenging to do quickly or the expectation, we found that we would experiment more to try to make sure that it wasn't
We did start experimenting
or
more.
routine or...
If you've been together 2 decades and you can say, yeah, we're doing things in the bedroom we've never done before, that's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
So maybe that's a reason to try a sex challenge.